Hey, what's up, everybody? Still Monday for me. I'm gonna record this the night before I go to the Thunder versus Bucks game instead of the morning of. So this is gonna be a little bit of a weirder format video than I've ever done. But we'll just have to roll with it and see how it goes. Let's recap though what's happened today, because all the games at this point are either over or being finished right now. So 2 and 3 day, not our best day. Tough one. Still got some had some work to do today. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. I felt really good about it going in, but sometimes that's just the world of sports betting. Let's talk about it though. Saddiq Bey, there might not be a tougher loss I've ever taken in my life. Comes out red hot. Scores 9 points in the first quarter. Feeling really good. Not even watching that game anymore. I'm worried about Maxey at that point. I'm like, all right, Maxey, I'm worried about Maxey and Harden. I'm like, let's go get these buckets, Maxey, and let's go get these buckets, James. I check in, it's halftime. He still has 9. I went, oh, well, okay, shoot. I mean, that happens. Sometimes you just don't score in a quarter. And then I check in again at the end of the third quarter. He still hasn't scored. I'm like, oh, okay, whoa, like 8 points. I mean, I guess he did score 9 in the first quarter, right? He can do it again in the fourth. Then they go to overtime. He still has not scored yet. And I'm like, okay, well, now obviously he's not going to score 8 points in overtime. Sometimes teams don't even score 8 points in overtime in general. Saddiq Bey scores 9 points in the first quarter. Only takes 8 shots for the rest of the game and doesn't put the ball in the basket one more time. Not even one more time. Not even a free throw. So Saddiq Bey finishes with 9. One of my worst lock of the day calls probably ever. As far as him hitting his line, he wasn't close at all. So that's just a bummer. Rudy Gobert ended up playing. I really mentioned it a lot throughout the video. He ended up playing. He hits his rebound by 1. They ended up lowering it by the end of the day, and he ends up hitting his rebounds by 1. About our only call of the day today was DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray ended up finishing with right around 44 PRA, I believe. I'm glad I ended up going with PRA instead of points and rebounds, because his points and rebounds finished right on the hook. Finished right at 18.5. It was 18.5. He finished with 18. So that's a bummer. Maxey decided he didn't want to score till the final 3 minutes of the game when they were already up like 20. So Maxey finishing with 1 point away as well. Maxey finishes with 17. Needed 17.5. Harden just decided to just let Embiid score all the points today, and so that's a bummer. So Harden doesn't even get close to his points as well. And then our only other correct pick of the day was LaVine. LaVine ended up getting 25 or something like that, 24. He ended up just progressively scoring throughout the game, ended up hitting his line. But Maxey, Harden, and Bey didn't hit for us, and then LaVine and DeJounte Murray ended up being the only hits we had today, but it is what it is, man. I'm excited about going to the Bucks game, Bucks and Thunder game. I feel like it has a chance to be competitive because, like I said in the past, dude, the Thunder they like to keep it close for some reason with teams, and the Bucks sometimes play down to their competition, and they struggle to stop elite scoring guards, and that's what we're going to get with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander tomorrow. All right, so this is how we're going to attack this a little bit. 6 games tomorrow. I'm looking down the list of, the games tomorrow, and I'm trying to see good matchups. Okay, so obviously I'm not gonna be able to flash up lines right now. Obviously, when I post this in the morning, I'll screenshot some lines if they're up, and I'll throw them right here. But this is what we're gonna do at this point. Okay, I'm gonna go down through these games. I'm gonna look at, okay, this person should have a good game. This person should have a game, and also over or under on these players based on their matchups. Okay, so with that being said, I'll go ahead and give you my lock of the day. And when it's just like normal, I won't have the lines exact. Like right now, I'm not going to say, oh, this person's going to go over 16 points or whatever, because I don't know the lines yet. But in the morning, before I upload this, I will put the lines officially based on what Underdog says. All right, baby, we're coming in hot with our lock of the day. It is going to be coming from the game I will be attending. So I will get to watch this happen live in person for my lock of the day. Went back and forth. I was this close to making my lock of the day Giannis Antetokounmpo's rebounds at whatever they decide to put it at, but my lock of the day is going to indeed be an Oklahoma City Thunder player. It's going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, baby. Let's get it. Shai is on a mission right now. I just got a notification, literally 16 minutes ago. Lou Dort, Kenrich Williams, Ty Jerome, Mike Muscala, all out again tomorrow. So that means, guess who's got to score the ball? Guess who's got to take a bunch of shots, even if they're bad shots? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Bucks actually give up a lot on the perimeter to guards, believe it or not. I mean, they're a great defensive team, but they kind of give up a lot. Just their last game, Cameron Payne and Landry Shamet had 23 and 19, both of their starting guards. When they played the Bulls, Zach LaVine had 30. I mean, off the bench, Tyler Hero had a big game versus them. Off the bench, Tyler Hero had 30, 21 from Gabe Vincent, 15 from Duncan Robinson. So, really, even though they got people like Drew Holiday on the wing and Grayson Allen, who's a pretty good defender, they actually don't guard the wing very well. They don't guard they don't guard the perimeter pretty well. So I feel pretty confident in making Shai Gilgeous-Alexander my lock of the day for the game tomorrow. So yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over. If I had to throw out a wild guess right now, I'd say 25.5 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for our lock of the day today. But that will lead me to my next pick, which is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo over on his rebounds. He has been rebounding like a madman of late, getting mad rebounds, not even playing the center position. Obviously, he's the 4, so. But the Thunder just don't have anybody that can stop Giannis nor guard Giannis. No one to stop Giannis scoring the ball, but no one to like box him out or keep him off the glass. So whatever they set his boards at tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 13.5 or something, like 12.5. He'll hit it though. Like I say, the Thunder, they somehow manage to just keep games close. I don't know how, but they do. They they were able to keep it close in just the last game versus the Jazz, who were top team in the West. They almost came back and won that game, actually. So I like the chances for the Thunder to keep this game close, even though the point spread on sportsbooks is like mad. It's like 16 points or something like that. That the Thunder will be within that, I think. So I like Giannis Antetokounmpo over in his rebounds tomorrow. All right, next line. Go ahead and give me Ja Morant's points. If I had to guess, I'm saying maybe 29.5, maybe 30.5 for Ja Morant tomorrow. They take on the Pelicans, and the Pelicans in the past couple of days, past couple of weeks have been giving up a lot to elite scoring guards. And right now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ja Morant is the #1 scoring guard in the NBA right now. They gave up 25 to De'Aaron Fox, 30 to Devin Booker, 49 to Luka. In the same game, they gave up 23 to Brunson. The Pelicans struggle to defend the perimeter, and they're taking on the best perimeter scorer in the NBA today right now, which is Ja Morant. I anticipate him to have another monster game tomorrow. I also anticipate this game to be very close between the Pelicans and the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are the 3rd best record in the West, and right now the Pelicans are right now the last seed for the play-in right now. But they're playing fantastic basketball right now. Like I said, they've been blowing teams out up until last night when Jokic went crazy and had like 40 points or whatever. They were on a pretty good winning streak, and they were blowing teams out. Like, they were winning really well. They were on their way to beating the Nuggets and blowing the Nuggets out, and then, like I said, Jokic went crazy. But I anticipate this game to be very close between these two teams. And I don't think that the Pelicans are going to have a good job of trying, or not going to be able to stop Ja Morant at the same time. So I like this line for Ja Morant over in his points tomorrow. And last line I'm going to give you guys is Jay Crowder over on his points. So I'm imagining they're going to set right around 11 points, 12 points like they have been. He's been crushing his point line, man. You'd think that Mikal Bridges would take over that scoring role. I knew Cam Johnson was a good scorer. He took over the scoring role, but obviously he's out again this next game. I have a feeling Jay Crowder once again can hit this line. He's been stepping up big time as far as the scoring, because they need scoring without Booker and without Cam Johnson now. Also, Cameron Payne would not be a bad line to look at either. I liked his line the other day versus the Bucks, and he killed it versus the Bucks as well. He got like 23 points or something like that. So I like Cameron Payne as well as Jay Crowder versus the Magic. I have a feeling this game will stay close. As far as the Suns really still just don't have a whole lot on their team. I know they were able to keep it close with the Bucks the other day. But I think the Magic have a fighting chance in this one versus the Suns. Wendell Carter and Mo Bamba will be a matchup problem for the Suns for sure. So I like Cameron Payne and Jay Crowder's line in this one for tomorrow. All right, next up, give me Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant's line is actually already up and posted on Underdog. His line is set at 29.5 points. Obviously, the Charlotte Hornets struggle to guard bigs. Not necessarily that Kevin Durant is a big, but he's a bigger guy and he's a bigger scorer. They don't have anybody on their roster to guard him. I am assuming the defensive matchup for the Hornets will be with Miles Bridges on Kevin Durant, but Miles Bridges isn't necessarily an elite defender, and it's already hard enough to stop Kevin Durant. So I have a feeling Kevin Durant over 29.5 points is a solid pick for tomorrow. This game is predicted at an over-under of 241, only has a 2-point spread as well. So should be a close game, should be a high-scoring game between two teams with literally the identical records. They're both 32 and 33, which is kind of crazy. I didn't know that until just now. So I have a feeling it's going to be a close game when it comes down to it. I'd say, Durant gets 10 or 12 maybe at the half, and then once it gets closer to the end of this game, Durant will be taking the majority of the shots and gets well over 30 tomorrow. So that's another pick I like for tomorrow is Durant over 29.5 points versus the Charlotte Hornets. All right, time for a perfect 3-slip and a perfect 5-slip. As of right now, like I said, I don't have exact lines. So perfect 3-slip and perfect 5-slip, if anything happens tomorrow, if one of these guys I mentioned in today's video is a play or something like that, they're going to go down below in the comment. I do pin a comment. Yesterday's or today's video didn't get a pinned comment because my lines didn't change. Nothing happened between my lines from the end of the video and what I ended up doing. Today's video is exactly the line that I bet today. So today, sorry, I didn't pin a comment, but I'll most likely pin a comment here. Also put it up in the Discord. So today's perfect 3-slip as of right now, I'm gonna throw Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's points on there. Giannis Antetokounmpo's rebounds and Jay Crowder's points would be my perfect 3-slip as of right now. All right, and my perfect 5-slip would be exactly my 3-slip. Now we're just gonna throw on Ja Morant's points and Kevin Durant's points to make a perfect 5-slip. Most likely, unless something happens to these guys, like I said, these will most likely stay my lines, because even without looking at lines, I like these matchups across the board. But make sure you join Discord, get on Discord so you can know if I do end up changing anything. I also do post my final slips on Instagram too. We've been getting a lot of followers on Instagram as well. Tomorrow I'm obviously as well going to do just a pure Thunder and Bucks game bet just for funsies, since I'm going to be there. But with that being said, guys, I know this is super untraditional. Probably won't ever do something like this ever again. But my girlfriend's amazing. She bought me tickets to watch my Bucks play in person. Really close courtside tickets too. So super excited. Just wanted to at least make sure I get these videos out to you, no matter what way I can. Even if I have to just throw together like a 5-minute video and throw it out there on YouTube real quick, I'll do it. But with that being said, catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.